So thank you so much for everybody to be here today, and then it's a pleasure for us to be joining you guys. It's the third year that Booking.com comes to FOBBA, and it's trying to bring as much B&Bs as possible to our brand as well. Me and May, we work from our Toronto office, so the company, it thinks that it's relevant for us to be on the local market as well, so we are visiting our partners as much as we can on the road, traveling and visiting you guys. So May's going to be also doing some presentations with me. So I just want to go very quickly. I don't want to go over again. So we're going to be doing a bit of company updates, some local insights. We're also going to be talking about availability and demand for 2016, how to personalize your public page, about our Genius program, also about our new program that is called Booking Suite. Also, a summary and a Q&A if you guys have any time for that. Otherwise, we are on our booth for helping us. So just a quick photo. This is our team in Toronto. So most of us is responsible for relationship with our partners. We have our content team there as well. We have office manager, and we have a regional manager as well, and an area manager in our office. So always overseeing Ontario and Atlantic Canada, so Toronto is responsible for both areas as well. Let's start with the company. Most of you guys, I heard that it's working with us, but who doesn't work? Or even though you guys work with us, but have no idea where the company starts. So the company started in 1996 in Amsterdam. So today we have over 800,000 properties listed with Booking.com worldwide. So we have 42 support languages. So if you call our customer service, you're calling from China, we have someone that speaks Chinese to help you guys as well. So not just for the guest, but also for the partner. If they have any issues, it's someone from Italy, you guys don't speak Italian, we have our customer service team that can help you guys with that as well. So the customer service is 24/7. You guys have a number. Anything you need, just call them and they are able to help you. If it's a guest-related issue or something with you guys, they're also able to help with as a partner. As I mentioned, it's really important to Booking.com to be local relevant. So we have over 170 offices all over the world. So we have teams managing everything and accounts. And also, as a company, we have over 10,000 employees worldwide. Most of them are customer service. I would say 50% of that is customer service. So really to give a best experience to our guests. So very quickly, we always recommend our partners to have a year-round demand and availability as well to us. We have 24/7, as I mentioned, multi-language assistance. We work as a commission-based model. It's an easy system to use on the back end. Most of you guys have to use. We give training for you guys as well before you go live with Booking.com. So we want to make sure you understand how to manage the system. If you have any cancellations, any no-shows, you are able to do that. So we have a team that also trains you on that. Content and everything is translated to 42 languages. So it's really important for Booking.com. We are a European company. We drive a lot of bookings from Europe as well. So it's really important to be able to translate to that specific language. And we want to make sure the translation is most accurate as possible. So that's why we have the content team to help us on that. And then also, it's free online marketing for you guys. As Sean was saying yesterday, it's really important to be out there showing your properties to make sure everybody see you guys. So we are there to help you guys, and that's free. So there is no cost. We invest a lot in PPC on Google. Probably if you go on Google now, you research St. Jacobs or Stratford, any city nearby, probably Google is going to be the first one to show up on the Google search.
So how do we attract potential guests? So the commission, we know that we're a pay-per-performance model. The commission that we collect from our partners actually reinvest back into web marketing for you, like Nuno was mentioning earlier. How do we attract potential guests? How do we send you new guests to your property? There are 4 ways. First of all, we have our newsletter in our Priceline group. So some of you may know that our parent company is Priceline.com. Under the Priceline umbrella, there is Agoda, rentalcars.com, and villas.com. Villas.com is actually a website that is powered by Booking.com. And we actually find that there is a niche market where guests are looking to stay at unique properties and not the hotel the motels. So we created this website to have our properties that are not those two accommodation types, not hotels and not a motel, to be listed on villas.com. So only our cottage properties, our bed and breakfast properties are listed on villas.com. Pay-per-click search engine-based advertising, so you're aware of Google. So we, again, pay for those clicks. So it'll cost us either 25 cents per click, 50 cents per click, and we pay for that because we know that for smaller accommodations, smaller businesses like you don't have that advertising budget to be bidding on Google. Other ways that we attract potential guests, we work with over 9,000 affiliate partners. It was 5,000 when I started 3 years ago, and now we have over 9,000 affiliate partners. Some of the big ones, airlines like KLM.com. You know that Booking.com is from Amsterdam, so we're very strong in the European market. And also Marriott. So you can see Marriott, it's a hotel chain. How are they affiliated with Booking.com? So Marriott found that we have the expertise to send them international guests. So we actually powered their web search engine base to translate their websites in over 5 languages. And on Booking.com, we translate in over 42 different languages. But Marriott.com, we power their search engine so it can be translated in 5+ languages. I mentioned earlier NovaScotia.com. We're also powering their search engine base. So they are affiliated with us now. And also our mobile apps. So we're actually very proud to say that we are the only online travel agency that is bookable through an iWatch. So if you have an iWatch, you can make a reservation on Booking.com. And it's very easy. We saw last year 40% of our bookings came through a mobile tablet device. So we're really trying to be ahead of innovations and technology. We talked about being locally relevant. So here is 2 screens. You can see on the left-hand side, of course, is a listing in English, and on the right-hand side is a listing in Chinese. Can anyone look at the 2 listings and see a difference other than the language? So on the left side, in the English version, we say up to 26% off. In the Chinese listing, we say 74, so it doesn't say 26. So what does it say in 74? In Asia, the way they market products is to say that you're only paying 74% of the price. But in North America, we always say you're getting a certain percentage off. And those are the little details that Booking.com think of to sell your product for you. Okay? And a Harvard Business Review actually stated that 72% of our customers are more likely to buy a product that is with information in their own language.
So let's talk a little bit about local information. So before coming to FOBBA, we were thinking like, what is relevant for you guys? And since FOBBA is from Ontario, so we decided to put some information for the whole region as a B&B. So we tracked down, as a company, we have 316 partners as B&Bs just in Ontario. And we saw a growth of 19% of bookings from last year, also 18% of room nights booked from last year as well. And we see that the average length of stay, it's 1.75, so minus than 2 days. So guests stay for 1 night, maximum 2 nights, and then they don't stay too long than that. So as we see for a B&B, it's very common more over the weekend than during the week when it's going to show also availability. So we're going to see data we see in graphics as well. And the booking window, it's large. We see in hotels, it's decreasing, but in B&Bs, it's a little bit big. It's 43 days in advance before they arrive. Okay, you can see some last-minute bookings, but the average, it's 43%, 43 nights before the arrival. So if we look a little bit more in depth, so we say room nights year over year, so for Ontario as a B&B, from 2013 to 2014, we saw a growth of 82% in bookings. So from 2014 to 2015, 60%, so which is huge. We see that B&B is getting stronger. It's a mature market as well. Ontario is becoming more mature as a company, as Booking.com also bringing that to you guys. So we see that grow as stable, as it's going to grow year over year, as we see as a company as a whole. The other thing, we pull some information. So who come to Canada, who books with B&B? So we saw that we have 242 different countries booking to Canada. Of course, the first one is Canadians, and followed by US, France, UK, China, Germany, Australia, Switzerland, Netherlands, and Brazil. So we see that you have no idea where your guests are going to come from. So that's why we have that 42 languages support, to give you that support. That sometimes you don't speak the language, so it's really important.
So this is the map of the world. You can see this is North America, South America. And at this point, North America is slowly going to sleep, and you can see some, hot traffic going to sleep, and now Europe is now picking up. And you can see, in comparison to North America, Europe is very, very hot. And it's getting brighter, brighter. Then the rest of the world start waking up again. You can see here South America, North America again, and then, some spots in Asia also.
Those are bookings?
Those are traffic. Yeah, so people going onto a website, they're clicking on listings on a website. So that's actually quite interesting for us to see, where our most of our bookings are coming from. So you know that Europe is a big area of our focus where we send a lot of reservations, but Asia is also growing quite rapidly for us. We have a very good presence in North America, but we're also growing. Last year, 2014, we launched our first offline marketing campaign. So in the past, we've never done commercials on TV and in theaters. But last year, we see that in North America, especially in the US and Canada, people spend their time in front of TVs a lot more often than Europeans. So we find that there is need for North America, and we definitely saw an increase in bookings and the percentage of growth from 2013 to 2015. Okay, so this is another internal tool that we have. We ran this data for bed and breakfast in Ontario. So properties like yours, you can see, this is what we call an availability calendar, and what we track as demand and availability given by our partners. Okay, so on the left-hand side is what we call availability score by percentage, and then on the bottom there, it's the date starting from October until October 2016. So this is a year view. Here you'll see the dips. What we found quite interesting is that our bed and breakfast accommodation type in Ontario have much more dips than other accommodation types. We know that the dips are on weekends, where a lot of bed and breakfast properties might be filling on weekends, so they're closing us out. So we see a dip in terms of our availability. Okay. Sometimes I know you may receive availability calls from our office, our coordinators assisting us with availability calls, and that's because we see that there's demand, but we're seeing a lack of availability on our website. So we would do a courtesy call to see if you have any cancellations, maybe you want to add back onto a website, because we see that there are clicks, people clicking into your area, and there's a lot of demand, but we don't have any properties to send them to. We always compare ourselves as a supermarket. So if we're a supermarket and we don't have any products, then our shelves are empty. So for those who haven't loaded their rates for 2016, keep in mind that a lot of guests are now looking for rates for 2016. So if your product is on the shelf, now you're having a lot more visibility for future bookings.
This is a cool thing that we saw as a need for a B&B. So how can I stand out from my competitors? How can I compete with a chain? What makes me different from the next B&B next door? So as a company, we try to understand and learn with you guys. So what we did as bedandbreakfast.com was talking about, it's really important, the content. Content is really important and relevant for the guests when they are looking for accommodation they're going to stay. So what we did, now at Booking.com, you're able to have your own blurb about your property, what makes your property different from your competitors. So you know better than someone else why your guests come and stay with you. Maybe it's your breakfast, it's amazing, maybe it's your bed. I was speaking to one of my partners, they were saying that the guests stay with them because they have a dog, and the dog is amazing, they love the dog, and they come over just because of the dog. So I told them, like, tell them that. Like, if it's that your unique selling point, tell them that. So it's very easy. You have your own way to do it, so you can write yourself. Just come to your profile if you're with Booking.com. Fill up the information, so make your profile, fill up the information, describe your property as much as you can. You have some limitations, so it's not 140 characters, it's not Twitter, so it's a little bit bigger. But at least allows you to get your blurb about your company, your property, why you should stay with you. So we are trying to do that. And then that will help your content score. Let me just skip this. And then when you have everything done, your content score probably will jump to 100%. So we take in consideration also photos, descriptions, everything that takes in consideration and helps also your ranking on our website. So everything is taken in consideration to rank you on our website as well. So if a guest goes on a public page, they will be able to see your description right there. So they have a blurb on the first page. So you have your own control. So what Booking.com try to do is really give you the power to list your property the way you want. So you know better how to list and what makes you different. That's why we do that.
Great. So we're on the topic of how it looks like on the front end for your listing. So Andrew earlier talked about content. So content is very important. We suggest you to go in there and personalize your profile like Nuno mentioned. And the next thing is ranking. So if you're in the town of Kitchener, for example, you will want the top spot on the page when someone is searching for Kitchener, if there's someone searching for Niagara-on-the-Lake. How do you get on the top page? How do you get visibility on the front end of your listing that people click on your property first? We have a solution for you. We have a program that's called the Genius Program. So essentially what a Genius member is a guest who have stayed on Booking.com 5 times or more in the last 12 months. Okay? So these are guests from around the world. They are our best guest who has the least cancellation, has the highest conversion. So these are our best guests that we're sending you. The program is to connect our best guests with the best partners. Okay? So it's an exclusive program that you do need to be invited into. It has to be our highest performing partners. So you will, if you are working with Booking.com, if you click on your rates and availability tab, you see the invitation there if you are qualified. If you're not qualified, don't worry, there are still other ways for you to get that special tagging. So I'm gonna tell you how. If you are qualified for the program, what we ask is to offer the guest 10% off of your best-selling room type. Okay, so the benefit is going to the guest. And we find that only 16% of the time the guest actually books the Genius room type. But you're getting that special tagging on your page because I'm a Genius guest, I feel special, I'm going on Booking.com, I'm gonna click on all my Genius properties first, okay? So if you're qualified, you're able to offer that 10% off of your best-selling room type. So that's only one room type to get that special tagging. Okay, so that's how the tagging looks like. So if you are qualified for the 10% off, then it will look like the screen at the bottom there where it gives you the bright yellow tag, and it'll say a little 10% off. If you're qualified or not qualified, you're also able to offer a freebie, which you'll see is a little gift box that's on the top screenshot here. So what freebies can you offer? You can offer late checkout, you can offer early check-in, you can offer a welcome drink upon arrival, you can offer free bicycle rental. There's a list there when you log into your Booking.com page to check off what you would like to offer, and you'll get a special gift box tagging on your page. And again, this is only exclusive for our guests who have stayed on Booking.com for 5 times or more in the last 12 months. And then they will feel like, okay, well, I want to click on this property because there's a gift box there. So furthermore to that, we have a few questions for you. Do you have your own property website? Yes?
How many?
If you do, Same question as before, as the other presenters. Can your guests check availability and book directly on your website? And is your website mobile friendly? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the numbers are decreasing. Well, welcome to the best of all worlds, because we have a new unit at Booking Suite. Sorry, Booking.com. That's called Booking Suite Web Direct. And what Booking Suite Web Direct offer is conversion expertise, a simplified management, so you have access, full control of your own web page, and also it's risk-free. So very similar to the Booking.com model. You'll have no penalty if you decided that this is not something you would like to continue. You can definitely opt out, and there's no upfront cost or anything like that. Yeah. So who is Booking Suite? Okay. So Booking Suite is a company that creates websites, and they are very well known in Canada. They actually create the websites for choice hotels across Canada. And Booking.com has acquired the company, which used to be called Boutique, into Booking Suite. And this map here just shows that right now we have over 20,000 properties that work with Booking.com using Booking Suite. You'll see that in North America, again, a lot more presence in North America because it is an American company. But since the merger of Booking.com with Booking Suite, you can see that we've expanded globally. So with that partnership, Booking Suite is able to expand themselves globally and have a global presence now. I think a lot of presenters have talked about the 22 websites prior to reservation. So just to ensure the accuracy of the information that we're giving out and the consistency of it, it is true. You know, we have data saying that in the real world, people do look at 22 websites before they make a reservation. So what does that mean for your own website? Yes, of course, you want direct reservations, you want direct bookings because you don't want to pay the commission. Fair enough, but the reality is people look. We're savvy travelers now, right? So we're going to look at your visibility on other websites before we make a decision. So if you're not on Booking.com, if you're not on Booking Suite, then you're not having a lot of visibility. Where can the guests find you? So it's important to have a lot of presence across the board, like BB Canada, bedandbreakfast.com. All of that contribute to the billboard effect of sending you direct bookings. And I really like to talk about this screen here of the mobile trends. How are people booking now? I'm very guilty of this trend. When I wake up in the morning from 6 to 9 o'clock, the first thing I grab beside my bed is my smartphone. Then from 9 to 3, I'm at work, and interestingly enough, we see a lot of traffic on our website when people are at work on their desktop. When they're taking their breaks, they're searching on Booking.com for their vacation next month. And then after they do all their research on the desktop, what do? From 6 to 9 o'clock, they're sitting in front of their TV with their iPad, their tablet device, and they're making that reservation. So last year, we actually saw 40% of our reservations came through a mobile tablet device. So if we are not strong in making our website compatible, Booking.com app compatible, and easy to use, then we're losing out on those reservations.
So what is considered a good website? As May was saying, it's really important. We see people, they're using their smartphone, they transition to their desktop, and they go to their tablet. They don't end up their research when they are on their smartphone. Next day, they'll follow up and then come back to a smartphone. They keep going and going and going. I'm guilty of doing that. I'm planning my trip to Europe with my wife. We did that. Like, we're waking up, checking our phones, checking availability. So we do that. We go in multiple websites. Doesn't matter because I work at Booking.com. I want to make sure I'm booking the right hotel for me. So I want to make the reviews. I want to see how other guests like the experience with the hotel I'm going to stay. So I go to work. I hope I'm doing that on my breaks. I'm going to keep searching that. So I'm not going to stop. When I go home, I'm watching TV. I have my iPad on my lap. I'm going to keep researching until we find something that we really like. And we see that. So it's really important, and we see that with Booking Suite, to have a website is compatible to all platforms. Doesn't matter if it's Android, it's Apple, iPads, other device, it's comparable to any device. It's really important to have that because we don't know where and what kind of device the guest is using. So we need to make sure it's comparable to everywhere. So we have an example. This is one of examples that hotel that didn't have Booking Suite and they decided to work with us. So the first screen here on the left is the web page before using Booking Suite and then after Booking Suite. So it's more appealing to the guest, as Steven was saying, like it's really minimum tax, it's really reduced, so we want to make sure we convert more, so we use the same techniques when they go to book now. It's the same ones that we have at Booking.com, so we know that convert more, so we want to make sure once the guests land on your page, we're going to make them convert. So that's why we have that technology, and we do using Booking.com, the same thing. So as May was saying, WebDirect, it's risk-free, so there is no upfront cost to build a new website. So the only cost involved is when you get a reservation through the website. You pay 10% commission instead of the 15% that you pay normal when you get a booking through Booking.com. So you pay 10%. Any updates in technology that we do, it's on us. You don't need to worry. We're going to update everything for you as well. So we know that today smartphone is a big trend. Maybe in a 5 years, everything is going to change. A new technology will come. Now it's Apple Watch. You can have a technology that is going to be upgraded. We're going to be doing that for you as well. So it's easy to measure. There is some reports on the statistics that you can run as well to see where your guests are coming from, how many days they're going to stay. So you can run some reports as well. And so the best thing is you can link your system to Booking.com. So the inventory you have on your own page, it's linked to Booking.com. So you just manage one extranet and then links everything. So we saw BB Canada and Bread and Breakfast, they're having some ways for link everything. So it's an easier way for you guys to do the same thing with Booking.com. So we understand that you guys don't want to manage 4 or 5 different extranets to make availability. It's tough on you guys, and we know that. It's very easy. Who is with Booking.com? We have on the extranet, you have an option here on the bottom that says Booking Suite WebDirect. And then if you want to sign up, just go there and get started. We usually say that in 2 weeks the website is up and live. So it's very fast. You can manage everything. You have your own control. You can change photos anytime. You don't need a web developer to do that for you. The system is intelligent enough to do that for you. So I don't know if we have time for any questions. We're going to be on our booth. It's pretty much it from us. Thank you so much, guys, for the time and attention. Thank you. Oh.